Hello there guys, this is Solid Shepard bringing you another video. And in this video we're talking about Elden Ring. Now I just want to put this out there. If you've seen me in the comment section say anything about Elden Ring, saying, oh look, it's just Dark Souls but an open world and you can jump, just ignore that, because those were all made before I made this video, before I saw this reveal trailer. I'm here to say it's not just Dark Souls 3 too, not at all. Now, I am someone who usually does not like the Dark Souls game. I'm not really interested in gameplay that's punishing. I made a whole video, actually, about how important is difficulty in games really, as far as, like, not providing an easy mode and all that, which is what From Software prides themselves in not providing and all of that. But I still decided, you know, if I'm gonna do a video talking about Elden Ring, I should probably watch the reveal of it. And we're going to get into my thoughts and opinions on that.
Just real quick before we go further, on this channel we cover gaming news, gaming theories, and gaming discussion. If that sounds like the kind of content you're interested in, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Back to the video.
So I just want to say, first of all, I've been seeing a lot of people say it's not graphically good. It's like last gen, and I don't know what these people are talking about, because the game looked amazing. I don't know if they were watching it on 720p or something, but it looked good. So I just want to say that right now. And instantly, the open world, I love open world games. I'm a big RPG guy. A lot of games, my favorite character is the world itself. And I must say, this world that I saw in this trailer instantly makes me want to play it, even though it's really going to be very, very difficult. But it instantly makes me want to play it. I do want to say the bonfire mechanic looks like it's still there, so that's still going to be there. The truly open world, it's breathtaking and interesting. That giant golden tree is just like a centerpiece, but it's not like one color or one shade like former Dark Souls games, or like a lot of games are nowadays. It seems to have different regions of different areas. And you saw like 3 big castles, which we'll kind of get into further down in this video. But yeah, the world instantly made me interested. Suddenly my mind was open and I was like, okay, if it can sell me on this game, I'm willing to be excited for it and finally try a From Software game. Maybe on the channel if my streaming situation gets better by the time it comes out. I will say one thing I thought was interesting is that it appears that there's no fall damage. Now that might not be true. Maybe they were taking damage, but it was like a calculated risk. It wasn't falling far enough to kill them. I don't know. Characters were falling from a pretty far distance and there was no fall damage. So that for like a lot of people saying like even the animations are similar to Dark Souls. There's a lot of stuff that's not the same, and that's one game mechanic. If that is the case, that is not the same. Then you have mounts, obviously. Vast open world, you have to have mounts. We'll see how varied they are if you only have one. We don't know that yet. It seems more forgiving, but still challenging. Like it still seems like that From Software telegraphed attacks. You can win, but it's gonna be, you have to do things right. If you die, it's because you didn't do stuff perfectly. But it's not so much as like the perfectly stuff. Like there seems to be this mechanic, this ability where you can summon souls to fight for you. There's gonna be co-op, and yeah, so it seems like there's tools in place and all this, and it's an open world game, so obviously it has to be set up differently. You can jump now. Like, there seems to be all kinds of things that it's going to be more like, combat's going to be more accessible. It's still going to have that challenge, but it seems like it's going to be to me, it looks like it's going to be an easier, that's not the right word. The price to entry is not going to be as steep as it has been in the past with Dark Souls and Bloodborne. And then we saw an NPC that was stuck in the ground. So that's going to be interesting. There's going to be NPCs in the world that seems you can interact with and help. It's not just going to be enemies, and that's always welcome in an open world. Even Skyrim, you have mammoths and the giants that will only attack you if you encroach like within their territory. But usually they don't want to hurt people. They don't aggro on sight, basically. So you need that variation out in the open world. They have organic and true dungeons, like we wanted in Breath of the Wild. Boy, I'm not gonna lie, this is when it first got me, when they started talking about like not only can you go to catacombs, like smaller dungeons and stuff, but then you also can, like, there's these big castles. They're basically like Hyrule Castle, but like different versions of it. Like, these are true, unique dungeons organically in the open world you can enter into. And then the catacombs are kind of like a better version, it almost seems, of the shrines in Breath of the Wild. Like, this is what everyone imagined waiting for Breath of the Wild when it was still called Zelda for the Wii U. This is what we all imagined Zelda would be like. Like, this, as a huge Zelda fan, this is what got me right here. Is the whole idea of the dungeons and all that. This is like the first true Zelda experience since Twilight Princess, basically. As funny as that is. And that really kind of got me kind of excited for it. But then you have enemy encampments, which almost seems like something they might have borrowed from Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain. So it seems like there's going to be like equipment or supplies that you can get from these encampments and all that. And it looks from the gameplay they showed, it looked like you could be like stealthy and all that. So that's really interesting. And then obviously you can craft materials found in the world. They didn't really show if you could like craft armor and weapons and stuff, but they did show, I mean, I assume you're going to, if it's an open world RPG, but that has not been confirmed yet. But it showed that you can craft like arrows for your bow and stuff like that, which is very reminiscent of games like Horizon Zero Dawn. And I assume you can get like maybe like sword oils or something, because there was one point when he was about to fight a boss where like his sword suddenly started glowing purple. So if that is a mechanic there, then that would be kind of something they took away from The Witcher 3, right? And then cosmetic customization seems really, really cool. They showed the character in different points, probably at different stages of the game, and completely different armors, completely different styles, weapons. And as a huge RPG nerd myself, you love seeing character progression, and part of that is not just your stats, but visually as well. That I really like to see, so that really got me also. So to conclude, my conclusion, it seems to take a good amount from good games like Horizon Zero Dawn and Zelda, as I mentioned, but mixed with the Souls-style combat, which I think is awesome. Honestly, I might finally play a Soulsborne game. It's looking pretty likely right now. It makes even me want to play it. And I'm usually against these type of hard, grindy games, but the world sold me, and then like that Zelda style thing of like dungeons and open world, what we wanted Breath of the Wild to be, as I mentioned before, that got me. I was like, oh yeah, give me all that. Like, that was actually pretty exciting. We don't know much about the story, but it is written by George R.R. Martin, the writer of Game of Thrones, so I'd have to assume, Game of Thrones is a pretty unforgiving world, deaths happen left and right. He's like the perfect guy to write a Soulsborne game story, to be honest with you, so it's probably going to be fitting. The story's at least going to be fitting. If not good, it's going to fit. And then it has to be a good fit for this type of game. And like, those are generally my thoughts. Let me know what you think. I'm definitely, barring some kind of bad, terrible news, I'm probably going to play this. So stay tuned for seeing some videos down the line of a Soulsborne virgin breaking tearing his V-card, throwing his V-card away on maybe this game, and you might see some videos of maybe me being frustrated, and that'll probably be fun for a lot of people. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Until next time, this has been Solid Shepard, and I should go.